there are two types of people in this world. People who are obsessed with Frozen and people who are not. If you are not obsessed, you're basically living under the world's biggest rock. Or you're just a miserable person that hates puppies and cartoons. Either way, the animated film continues to sweep the nation with its adorable characters and catchy songs. And today, we're here to reveal a few secrets behind the movie that even some of you biggest Frozen fans might not know. But first, I must ask you a very serious question. Do you want to build a snowman? Let's kick this list off with some easy ones. First of all, did you know that the entire story is based off a Hans Christian Andersen story titled The Snow Queen? P.S. That also happened to be the film's title before they decided on Frozen. Oh, and that's who Hans is named after. And the film also is the top-grossing animated film in history. Yes, guys, it even beat Toy Story 3. That's huge. Now, onto our more obscure facts. It's obvious some capture motion technology was used to create some of the character movements, but did you know that it was actually a familiar face that was not part of the cast who supplied the choreography to go along with Idina Menzel's voice for Let It Go?
I used to babysit for the head of Disney Animation casting. She asked me to come in and do all the physical movements for Idina Menzel's big song, Let It Go. Let it go, let it go, can't hold you back anymore.
Why yes, that was Katie Lowes from Scandal creating imaginary ice sculptures with her hands. Coolest job ever! But wait, if that was Katie, what about the rest of the characters? Well, for Sven, apparently they tried bringing in a real reindeer, but spoiler alert, reindeer just aren't very exciting. The solution? Bringing in the executive producer's dog, Frankie. Duh. Next up, since I already have Let It Go stuck in my head.
Let it go, can't hold you back anymore.
Now, you might be surprised to find out that Christoph Beck, the composer of the film, was also responsible for the music in some other little movies you may have heard of. Bring It On, Just Married, Hot Tub Time Machine, The Hangover Part 2, Crazy Stupid Love, just to name a few. Next up, we're usually bummed to hear that when filming animated movies, it's often difficult for the cast to get together to film scenes together. But alas, Frozen is a rare gem where cast members not only got to shoot together on multiple occasions, but they even improv'd some of their scenes. For the next item on our list, would you have guessed that the animating of Elsa's hair required the development of an entirely new animation program? Yeah, so as if animating a normal amount of hair wouldn't be hard enough, Elsa had 4 times that much. Let me break it down for you. Apparently, the average human head has about 100,000 hairs, while Anna has about 140,000 hairs. Now, the animators must have been feeling super ambitious because they gave Elsa 400,000 hairs on her head. 400,000? I'm not sure there's enough biotin in the world for that. Speaking of complicated animation, these animators didn't just wuss out after the hair. Apparently, the effects group was able to create a snowflake generator, which allowed them to create a whopping 2,000 uniquely designed snowflakes for the film. But leave it to the internet to find holes in the animators' work. This GIF has been circling Tumblr and Reddit for weeks, so naturally we had to include. Notice anything strange about her hair here? Apparently, in addition to being super voluminous, it also is able to pass through her body seamlessly. Now, this one is for even the most die-hard Frozen fans. If you watch the film again very closely, all the way to the end credits, you'll notice a disclaimer that appears slightly out of place. Check it out. But not so fast. That is not the only Easter egg hidden in the film. P.S. If you aren't familiar, an Easter egg is an intentional inside joke, hidden message, or feature in a work such as a movie or TV show. And Disney is no stranger to hiding these little gems throughout their films. First up, we've got what looks to be Rapunzel and Eugene Fitzherbert, aka Flynn Rider from Tangled, attending Elsa's coronation. Speaking of Tangled, during Anna's song For the First Time in Forever, you'll catch a glimpse of a painting that can also be seen in the other Disney film. Then we have candies that if you look super closely, you'll notice were originally featured in the video game Sugar Rush from Wreck-It Ralph. And finally, we have the most iconic Disney Easter egg of them all. Yes, if you squint really good, you'll see a very small Mickey Mouse doll hiding amongst books on the lower shelves of Oaken's Trading Post. Now, since Tangled seems to be a constant theme here, is it really that surprising that the filmmakers actually approached both Idina Menzel and Kristen Bell after hearing their audition tapes for Rapunzel and Tangled? And before we go, because we know you still can't let it go, we have some news that will alleviate your stress. Because of the massive success of the film, Disney is now bringing Elsa and Anna to Broadway and Disney on Ice. I can't even think about it. I just get too excited. Anyways, that wraps up our 17 things you didn't know about Frozen. I know you just wish this would go on forever and ever and ever and ever because you just love Frozen so much, but do not worry, guys. You can keep your Frozen withdrawals away for the time being by clicking right here to learn how to do Elsa's coronation hairdo straight from the film. I'm Brianna Baxter. Thanks for tuning in.